Deputy Aylward.
Good morning. I want to ask the Minister for Finance the measures taken to meet and engage with insurance companies regarding excessive premiums being charged to consumers, particularly in counties Carlow and Kilkenny. If he has investigated the possibility of opening up the insurance market here to new providers in order to increase competitiveness in price charges for motor insurance, if we'll make a statement on the matter. I also just want to add about green cars and the issue of green cars post-Brexit. What is the situation for people who want to do business in the north? I think there's a lot of people that are not aware that they will have to have a green card post-Brexit. And who is responsible for issuing these green cards? Is it, if you want to do business, the company would automatically issue these cards, or what is the situation? And I think there should be a campaign to let people aware that this is going to take place. I don't think people are aware of that.
Minister.
Thank you, Deputy. As outlined to Deputy in previous PQ responses, the stakeholder consultation formed the foundation upon which two primary reports the Cost of Insurance Working Group published. The consultation process involved a wide range of stakeholders representing different voices within the sector, including representative bodies, the major individual motor insurance providers and interest groups. The impact of excessive premium being charged to consumers from all counties across the country was a feature of the engagement with the industry. Just to put into context, Deputy, I've recently met with Insurance Ireland, and the question about the profits of companies has been raised. So the profitability of the insurance companies, the 17 companies, for 2017 was over €200 million for 2017. We have only 3 companies with reported profits to date, with currently that amount, that quantum. So without the other 14 companies reporting what their profits are for 2018, they've already reached or gone close to what the full profits were for the previous year. So the sector will be very profitable, hundreds of millions of euros. I've said very clearly, very openly to Insurance Ireland that they need to correspond and speak with their members that the profitability needs to be passed on to the premium holders at every level, both motor and all other premium, excluding non-life. And the reason for that is the good faith that has been shown in this chamber with deputies, with Deputy McGrath, Deputy Doherty and others, in relation to the cooperation that we've received in relation to passing legislation. 3 bills last year, 1 bill this year. I hope we'll get through already. Minister for Justice, the perjury bill, Deputy McGrath's insurance bill and Deputy Doherty's insurance bill. The good faith must flow in both directions. The premium must reduce in all of the different areas immediately, not to wait for 6 months or 12 months to see what happens with the reporting from the Judiciary, from the Judicial Council Amendment Bill.
Thank you very much. Deputy.
Minister, the cost of motor insurance for the people of this country is simply unsustainable, even though you have given us facts there. I would go as far as to call it daylight robbery of our citizens. Sole traders and SMEs in the taxi and bus transport business are being pushed to the pit of their collar at a time when more people are outspending and they should be experiencing an increase in business. A car is also very important to our young people, especially those living in the rural areas. They need a car to get to college, a part-time job and social occasions. On top of the NCD costs of driving lessons, road tax and fuel, they are expected to pay a small fortune in motor insurance. The cost of insurance also affects working families and older people who may, in many cases have never made a claim previously but still experience an increase. I acknowledge there has been some levelling out, but we need to grasp the nettle and take more definitive action. And Minister, we must examine the possibility of opening up the insurance market here to new providers in order to increase competitiveness. That's why I'm asking new providers, why not? We're in Europe, we're part of Europe, why not open up to new providers and force companies here to bring down their insurance costs?
Noted that the nature of the EU single market is such that insurance undertakings authorised in other member states are allowed to conduct business in the Irish market on either a freedom of service basis or a freedom of establishment basis. Consequently, there are no restrictions preventing companies in entering the market if they wish. Just a few facts to deal with, Deputy. The motor insurance is down 24.5% since the peak. And in relation to the matter about green cards, I have a concern in relation to green cards. So the insurance companies are stating to members who require a green card to enter Northern Ireland, if there is a no deal, that they write to their company and a green card will be sent. A green card is effectively a certificate. I don't believe that's sufficient. What should happen between now and the 31st of October is that all renewed policies, a green card should automatically be sent. I see no reason why that can't happen. For any policy that is not to be renewed within that same period, the insurance companies should automatically send out a green card. That will deal with the matter once and for all, and subsequently after that, a green card should be sent with all renewed in premium from there on. That is the way you deal with it. That is to ensure that nobody ends up getting pulled up on the side of the road in Northern Ireland without that correct piece of...
Insurance policies are coming down, I mean, on a daily basis, I'm reading on the paper, on a daily basis, and voluntary groups in particular that are working. Insurance are being crippled, and they're actually going to close down, in fact. And I just want to say that. Last week, the Irish Independent reported the insurance company enjoyed a profit surge of over 1,300% on 1,300 in 2017. The quote the article, this in the paper, the new figure for the industry show 17 general insurance market made a combined operating profit of 227 million in 2017. The latest overall data on the sector. 217,000 million they made in 2017. This is what was reported in France. I accept that these figures incorporate insurance coverage for homes, drivers and business, but it speaks to a more important point. These insurance companies are making incredible profits and are not seeing any savings whatsoever being passed on to the consumer, and that's the most important point. They continue to be charged premiums which amount to daylight robbery, as I said already. From 2013 to 16, average motor insurance premiums increased by 70%. More premiums have fallen recently, I accept that, but are still 50% before 2008 levels. Minister, we can talk all we like, but the real action out there is happening on the ground is that people are being screwed and being screwed badly, and we must do something about it whatever way.